I have any work
With regards to the motion of reviewing the education policy for ethnic minority students,
done in
I would like to make the following points in this debate. First of all, the mainstream education system creates inequalities. Let me give you an example.
recent, but I just only think about if this attack case induced by
I know a parent who lives in Maonsan. He is a Pakistani. He has a daughter. Like most ethnic minorities in Hong Kong, they are not financially well off. So he sends his daughter to a public primary school. When she graduates, he is worried about his daughter's future. Because he told me that the Islamic secondary school in Hong Kong do not have good spending. Even though his daughter is eager to learn the Chinese language, and despite the fact that she speaks perfect Cantonese, she is poor in reading and writing Chinese.
Wang Yukman and Feng Weigong's violence case, and also the Democratic member attack.
The father explained to me that he does not read and write Chinese too. So his daughter could only turn to her teacher for help. Over time, his daughter feels very frustrated. Under the current education system, if she cannot get good results in Chinese examinations, even though she may be doing very well in all other subjects.
人民力量 members case, I don't think that this action
including English and mathematics. Still, it is very hard for her to move on to higher education. So, what does that mean? That means it is very hard for his daughter to go to the universities. That means it is very hard for his daughter to get a good job in Hong Kong.
This action done by 人民力量.
That means his daughter's future looks dim. Is this fair? Is this just? Why do we have such an unfair education system? What can we do about it? And what does the father do? He really wants to send his daughter to an international school, but his financial situation does not allow him to do so.
But I think maybe some people they find out some video and some information from internet.
Eventually, he sent his daughter to an English secondary school in Kowloon. He tells me that many of his friends send their children to the West and to study abroad. Some of the families even immigrate to England just to look for a better education for their children.
And then induce their emotion, and then they do some violence attack.
He summarized their difficulties in one sentence. They are made worse off after the handover in 1997.
So I hope all those people who involved in internet or web.
He cannot let this happen. The government needs to review its education policy for ethnic minorities now. The government needs to make sure that all children enjoy equal opportunities in terms of education. But what does equal mean? Are we talking about equality or equity? I think we can go further and discuss whether it is necessary for the ethnic minorities to write perfect Chinese.
Web society, they must be keep.
This is exactly what the mainstream education demands. Mr. President, what is the purpose of public education? The purpose of public education is not only about social investment. It is also about the development of potential of every student.
Calm and keep reasonable.
Hong Kong needs them. We need all of them to contribute to Hong Kong when they grow up. The ethnic minorities are valuable human resources too. We cannot afford to lose them. A responsible government must understand their hardships and tackle the problems effectively. Therefore, the government must take action now.
Do any violence action.